reading schedules, recognizing taxes and levies involved with the cost of traveling, reading a 24-hour clock, calculating duration of a trip based on departure and arrival times, and recognizing various factors involved in choosing a mode of travel. So a lot of this stuff from this lesson we looked at prior to March break, so this is just kind of a little bit of a review of it before we get into our last culminating task. So reading charts and schedules. When traveling, it is essential to be able to interpret charts and schedules as well as the cost associated with different methods of travel. So looking at example 1, use the flight schedule / chart below to answer the following questions. So this is a WestJet travel chart, and you can see that the departure city is Toronto for all of them, and they're traveling to different cities in Canada, including Vancouver, Winnipeg, through Winnipeg to Vancouver, and through Calgary to Vancouver. So the question says, based on price, which flights are the best? Based on arrival times, which flights are the best? Which flights arrive in the morning? Which flight is the shortest? And why are there 4 times associated with flight WS 663, which is this one right here. So if we look at the answers, the best deals are the ones that are the cheapest. So this fare, flight number WS 625 from Toronto to Vancouver is $214. WS 209 is also $214, and finally the last one is also $214. So best deals, we're looking for the cheapest flights. For best arrival times, we're looking for something that's earliest in the day. So this one is the best arrival time. So this one is at 9:30. But if we're looking to get all the way to Vancouver, it would be this flight up here that arrives at 9:35. Morning arrivals are the ones that in the 24-hour clock are before 12 o'clock. So this flight here arrives at 9:35. This flight here arrives at 10:45, and then this flight at the bottom is at 9:30. So the shortest trip, so we're looking at 9 o'clock minus 7 o'clock. So this is our bottom flight. So this is 2 hours, and then we're going to subtract 35 minutes from 30 minutes. That's 5 minutes. So the shortest trip is 2 hours and 5 minutes. So going through this a little bit quickly, because we did a lot of this type of work before March break. So again, this is just a little bit of a refresher. For part E, it means that the plane stops at other cities along the way. So this is the question that asks why there are 4 times from Toronto to Vancouver. That just means that the plane lands and takes off multiple times throughout that trip. So these are a couple support questions. You guys can pause, work through them, or keep going, and we'll move on to the next part. So again, a couple more support questions there. And then we're looking at key questions. So you guys can work through these key questions. If you have any questions about it, I know this lesson is really short, but we did spend a lot of time working through this stuff prior to March break. So take a look through it. If you have any questions at all, please send me a message. And this is our last official lesson of the course. Our next thing will be our culminating task. So again, if you have any questions about this lesson, guys, please send me a message.